Oh, cobbles, and the action therein. They're racing for position, and you see that elevated section on the right-hand side. Well, that caused the accident, which has caused this. And yes, that's Jack Bauer in the ditch. And indeed, when anyone goes down and stays down, it's not a nice sight, I'm afraid. And that's what we've got right now. And Magnus, you see the high crown in the middle of the road. It kind of forces you to the edge, and at the edge you've got some elevated sections. Look at all the bidons that are collected there. That's where the accident started, and then it just reflects itself across the peloton, doesn't it? And you get all kinds of problems.
Yeah, I mean, they're all riding so close, so that anyone going down, it's always you know, they're likely to take a whole bunch of other people with them, and it's unfortunate when it happens. But on these particular stretch of cobblestones, it's a difficult one to get into, because everyone wants to get up on that right-hand side tarmac rivet. Jack Bauer struggling to get across the ditch there and get back up onto his bike, but
the Bardiani rider does not look at all happy. Let's have a look at it. You see the right-hand side of the road. Now that's where the accident, to my mind, must have happened. Let's have a look at it, and it did. And there's the reflection across the pack, and then all of a sudden it just concertinas to the other side of the road. So starts on the right where the elevated paving was. That was our guess. That's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, it was the Cofidis rider that tried to get up onto to that tarmac bit and completely messed up, and Pozzato there down the back trying to hand over his raincoat, but decided he had to stop for these crashed riders instead.
Oh dear. Well,
it's unfortunate when it happens, but like this, it's actually part of the racing, and crash is always going to happen. It's never nice to see when people are hurt, Panne.
No, it's not. And our Bardiani friend is a case in point. He's the one that suffered the most. There we are. And this is that, as I say, that reflection across the road. And the Bardiani rider just comes straight and gets poleaxed, and finally goes down. There he is. And I'm afraid it's race over for him. There's no way back, and it looks like collarbone, I'm afraid. We've seen it far too often, Magnus.
Yeah, we certainly have.
Hands are moving, so he's conscious.
Yeah, that's good, but neck brace is going on, which is certainly not
no, not a nice sight at all.
No.
You've hit the deck several times yourself, Magnus. How many collarbones have you got through?
3, and an AC joint in my left shoulder as well. So
do you still go beep in the airport?
there's certainly a fair amount of scaffolding being built in there, but only when the security goes up do I beep going through the scanners.
Apologies for the constant replays before we have a condition check on the injured rider, which I'm never very comfortable with, but it's what we're being provided with by our local broadcasters, I'm afraid. And just trying to look to see while we are here. Ouch. Well, he kind of rolled over, and
I think he hit his head quite hard there. Actually.
So do I. The trouble is, if you go backwards, you get a whiplash effect with your head, so let's hope he is okay. It did not look nice at all, Magnus, and benign looking crashes can actually be extraordinarily serious.
Yeah, they can be, and it doesn't take an awful lot. If you land wrong, then you know, it doesn't take an awful lot of you know, what should we call it, force to make it a bad impact. And
well, let's just hope that we don't show any more of these pictures until we know,
no.
one, who the rider is, but two, more pertinently, of course, is the condition of him health-wise. Don't want to see that again.